the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Blue Devils about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia Southern's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. All wideouts, no backs. Might be changing the route. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Georgia Southern in a hurry. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. He'll keep it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play balls at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Eagles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Duke's offense will have its first possession of the game. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. And it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
And the Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the... They'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Murray. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Murray. Past the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play.
Turning it on. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the 1st period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call.
Here we go, here we go. On fourth satellite. On fourth satellite. 221 wing. 221 wing.
They'll try to blast their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receivers.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Finds the big tight end. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. He'll sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Max going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's on target and complete. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He leaves it with his back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Rides the back on the option to give. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Murray. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? With jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Eagles! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
right down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete on the right side. They'll immediately call timeout.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, we've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably screwed.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Throws for the tight end. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in at the 40. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Fires to the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback. And down back at the 16. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quarterback may change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. And bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Plows through the defense. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Got the quick completion. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end. They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And the comeback is on.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Gets it to the back. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. The give from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Give to the fullback. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give. At the 40, there he goes. Breaks into the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. On target. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard. And the defense is feeling the heat.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Rush is on him. Get it out on the screen. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see all... They get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
Dropping back, it's Freeman. Looking down the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Sends it back in motion. Goes to the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Run it with the fullback. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they...
Oh, I'm out of space. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Caught over the middle. It's Atkins. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure coming. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Freeman. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Duke! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And the Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the fullback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, going to the air. He's got it. First down and more. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.